Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's Sunshine Lorena. So guys, I am finally sitting down to film my August TBR. It is the 28th, no, it is the 30th of July, so I'm filming this really late for once. I was away on holiday in Turkey, so that's why I didn't film it earlier in the month. I've just kind of finally got around to it. Finally finalised my TBR as well. There is no jar this month, and that's because I'm going to be taking part in 2 readathons, hopefully, and then I just want some time just to kind of mood read, because ever since I came out of my slump I find that I don't want to be too restrictive. I want to have space to mood read. So the 2 readathons I'm going to be taking part in August is Camp Spoopathon, which is running from the 1st to the 7th of August, being hosted by Spoopy Hall. She hosted Spoopathon as a month-long readathon last October. She decided to do a summer version, and I think she's going to do again the October one, which I cannot wait. And then the second one is the summer mixtape readathon, and that is running from the 1st of August to the 14th of August. Yes, the 14th of August. So I'm probably going to be reading these books. I'm probably going to be reading the books for that one more on the second week so that I can focus on Camp Spoopathon. But Summer Mixtape Readathon is being hosted by Victoria Read, Literary Diversions, Jean Booker's Thoughts, and Books and Bargains. So yes, so and that one has 5 reading prompts and 4 non-reading prompts. I'm going to go through Camp Spoopathon first, and then we're going to do Summer Mixtape-a-thon. So Camp Spoopathon. You've woken up at a lake death with no idea how you got there. You must make your way back to Spoop Cabin, following the paths ahead of you. Choose a path back to Spoop Cabin matching the prompts in your chosen path to your reading. Killer Stalk Camp Spoopathon. To defeat a killer, you'll need a certain amount of points. Utilise the bonus points prompts. Make it to Spoop Cabin before the week is over to earn a bonus 100 points. So on this one, each prompt is worth 25 points and each bonus prompt is worth 25 points. You can stack them. You can also stack books for multiple different prompts. Pretty simple kind of how the board works. I should hopefully have the graphic up here of the path. So you can see there's 2 paths. There's one where you have less time to get to the killer in order to have 125 points, and there's the longer one. I'm actually going on the shorter one because I've managed to work well. So number 1 is just a welcome one. Your journey starts there. Prompt 2, which everyone will be reading, is Campfire Alpha. Spooky stories, anyone. Many a tale has been spun by this campfire, some of which came true. Prompt ghostly. So for this one, I am going to be reading Death Wants a Goldfish, Reflections from a Grim Reaper's Year-Long Sabbatical, and it is by Ryan Rea. This is like an illustrated book, graphic novel type idea, so it's going to be a super quick and fast book. So it's the Grim Reaper, so obviously, you know, death, ghosts involved, which is why I've chosen this one. So that I'll get the 25 points for the prompt, and then also read it in one day, because I will be able to read this in one day, will be a further 25 points, so I'll have 100. And I'm going to be reading this off a script. But yes, basically in this one, Death, the Grim Reaper, never takes a day off, and he's accrued a lot of holidays. And basically HR write to him and tell him, you need to take these. You have no choice. You have to take your holidays. And then it's just, yeah, him on his holidays. I believe the different things he gets up to. I think it's gonna be interesting and fun, and a really quick read. Then I'm gonna move along the path to number 4, which is Sleepy Hollow. Don't fear the noises outside of the tent too much. Just make sure the door is definitely zipped up. Read at night. For this one, I have chosen Cirque Berserk, which is Rewind or Die book number 4, and it's by Jessica Guess. So I've not read any other books of this in the series, however I have looked and it does involve different people, so it doesn't really matter that I'm picking up the 4th one. So this one I'm going to be using it as, I'm going to have the bonus prompt of recommended to you because Riveting Reads, Savannah, had a video a little while ago. I think it was her summer reads one. She had recommended this one. It is a slasher book, so a horror slasher book. And it's set in summer as well, so that will be another bonus prompt. You get 75 points for this, which will give me 175 total. So in this one, the summer of 1989 brought terror to the town of Shadows Creek, Florida, in the form of a massacre at the local carnival Cirque Berserk. One fateful night, a group of teens killed a dozen people, then disappeared into thin air. No one knows why they did it, where they went, or even how many of them there were, but legend has it they still roam the abandoned carnival looking for blood to spill. 30 years later, best friends Sam and Rochelle are in the midst of a boring senior trip when they learn about the infamous Cirque Berserk. Seeking one last adventure, they and their friends journey to the nearby Shadows Creek to see if the urban legends about Cirque Berserk are true. But waiting for them beyond the carnival gates at night is a brutality, bloodshed and betrayal. Will they make it out alive, or will the carnival's past demons extinguish their futures? So yes, perfect for this readathon because yes, it is spooky, because this is what Camp Spoopathon is all about, like spooky sort of stuff. And yeah, so it's like, I think it's gonna be really fun. I love a good slasher. And yes, this is on Kindle Unlimited, a trial subscription at the moment, so that'll be really good to pick up a Kindle Unlimited book, also to see if it's actually worth having Kindle Unlimited as well. So like I said, at this point, it means I should have 125 points, which means I can defeat the killer. Yay, go me. It means then I will go on to prompt number 6, which is tool shed. The name might be unassuming, but sheds hold a whole manner of instruments that could cause serious harm. Prompt: murder. For this one, I have chosen One of the Girls by Lucy Clark, and this is a thriller which involves a murder, guys, which is why I've chosen it. And this may be set in the summer, but I'm not 100% sure, so I might be able to get some bonus points here, I might not, but at this point I have defeated the killer, so at least, you know, if I don't get the bonus points, it's not like I need them. It's, you know, I need them to win, but not to like defeat the killer. So I read The Castaways last year by Lucy Clark, which would count as being set in summer if you want to read an island thriller. So this is her new one of this year, 2022, and it looks super interesting. In this one, we were dying for a holiday. The 6 of us arrived on the beautiful Greek island, dreaming of sun-drenched beaches and blood-orange sunsets, ready to lose ourselves in the wild freedom of a weekend away with friends. On the first night, we swarm under a blanket of stars. On the second night, the games begin on our cliff-top terrace. On the third night, the idyll cracked, secrets and lies whisperings on the breeze. And the final night, there was a body on the rocks below. Who would kill for it? So yes, sounds interesting. Like I said, I do think this might be set in summer, but it could be like, I don't know, like an early autumn holiday, late spring, we don't know. But it sounds interesting. It has murder in it, so this should be fun. It is the first kind of larger book on my TBR, so I've got the first couple are like quicker reads, so I should hopefully get this one done quite quickly. It then means I move on to the last reading prompt, number 8, Brad Oak. The campsite named after Brad, a mysterious carving in a nearby tree. Some swear the letters turn red at night. Prompt: thrilling. Now technically I could actually double up with One of the Girls for the previous prompt and this one, because you're allowed to do that. So depending on timings, I might do that just to make sure like I finish all the books in the week. However, if I have time, I do have another book. It's another Kindle Unlimited. It is one that I've seen, it's one I've seen a lot on TikTok. People talk about it. It is very much a subgenre that I have not explored, okay? So it's not my usual taste at all, but I want to see what's about because people keep speaking about it. I have Kindle Unlimited, so why not? It's short as well. I think it's about 125 pages, so super short. The book is The Risk, which is the first book in the Mind F series, and it's by St. Abbey. So like I said, all over TikTok, people speak about this. It's like dark romance, which I've never read, but this one actually also has like a thriller-esque vibes to it as well. And basically this one, our main female love interest or character, she is a killer. She is a serial killer, and the main male interest is a police detective who is looking for the killer, is what I believe. So, you know, that's why we have the thriller aspect, but there's also the romance aspect. Obviously, you know, romantic stuff happens between them. And yeah, I'm really interested to see what I end up thinking of this, because like I said, I've never kind of went into this subgenre before, so it's gonna be interesting, and I want to see what the hype is all about. It is a series of books, and I think there are like 5 of them, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. So just had a thought when I was just going through the premise there for Risk and everything. That could work for murder as well, obviously. So I might switch one of the girls and the risk around to make sure that I have actually covered all the prompts, and then I can read one of the girls at the end because it is a thriller. I think I might do that. I think I want to switch them just to make sure that I have done them all and could actually be finished. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. And then one of the girls if there's time. This depends how busy I am. Yes, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so now onto summer mixtape readathon TBR. Like I said, it's running from the 1st to the 14th. I will be definitely doing the second week. And if I finish Campfire Spoopathon somehow before the end of that week, then I can start a little bit earlier, but I don't want to be crossing over them both. I think I'm going to keep them separate. Like I said, there's 5 reading prompts and then there's like 4 like kind of self-care prompts. I'm just going to take you through the prompts and like what books I'm going to be reading. The first book that I have on my TBR is, the first book I'm going to be reading is Someone Else's Honeymoon by Phoebe McLeod. This is actually an ARC that I have, and it comes out on the 9th of August. So I have this ARC from NetGalley, so I need to read it anyway. Makes sense to make it work with this readathon. I'm going to take you through the premise real quick and then I'll let you know which prompts it's going to fit, because I am doubling up on this readathon just to, you know, keep the numbers of the books down, guys. Our main female character love interest, Charlie, suddenly finds herself single on Christmas Day and it just feels like her world is like falling apart. She ends up having to move back in with her parents, and yes, she decides to kind of go on a journey of invention. She ends up then meeting Ed, I think on holiday. He is on his honeymoon, however he was jilted to the altar by his bride who he'd never met. I'm not too sure how he never met her. It's going to be interesting to see how that situation has come around. And yeah, that's kind of when her life looks like it might be taking a turn and things are changing. However, fate obviously has other ideas and Ed and Charlie are forced apart. And it's because, will she find her way back to him? Who knows, guys, who knows? So yes, it's really fun. So this one, I've seen 2 covers of this one. There's one where it has like, it's pink and has palm trees, and there's another one where it has the sand and the beach. So this is important for the first prompt. So I should have explained this, but each of the prompts are linked to a song. Because it's the mixtape readathon, guys. So the first one is Here Comes the Sun. Read a book of nature on the cover. So as I said, either cover works because either it's trees or the sun and the sea. So yes, it works for that one. It also works for the second prompt, which is Blame It on the Weatherman. Read an unseasonal read. Since this obviously must be set in winter, at least it starts in winter because Charlie's dumped on Christmas Day. I'm kind of unseasonal. You have a backup plan, a backup book in case I read it and it's literally just that one day, and then maybe you fast forward to summer or something, just in case. I have a backup book, but I'm trying to, you know, like I said, keep the books reduced down. And then also, if it's the last prompt, which is mixtape, pick a book based on your favourite summer bop or a free read. So I'm using it for a free read, and yes, it will tick off 3 prompts for me, which is fantastic. The second book, which I'm super excited to read, is The Love Hypothesis, which this obviously has been all over BookTube, TikTok, Bookstagram, you know, BookTok, whatever. It's been everywhere. Everyone's been hyping this up and I need to find out how good is it? Is it really good? I really want to know. So this is a romance book, it features women STEM, because she is a PhD student. This is also the Genre Soup book club pick, so it'll help me read along and take part in that as well. So this involves fake dating, which I do like that. I'm starting to realise I do like that trope in a romance book. So yes, Olive, our main female character, is a third year PhD student, and she doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what's got her into the situation. Convincing Anne that Olive is on her way to happily ever after was always going to be tough. Scientists require proof. So like any self-respecting woman, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well-known ass. Which is why Olive is positively floored when he agrees to keep her charade a secret and be her fake boyfriend. But when a big science conference goes haywire and Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and his unyielding abs, Their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion. Oliverton discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope. So yes, it sounds really fun. Everyone seems to love this. I hope I do, because I wasn't a big fan of the Spanish Love Deception, so I hope this one lives up to the hype. So this one fits there are two remaining prompts, and that is Cake by the Ocean, which the prompt is to read a book that involves food, or a spicy book. This is romance. I do believe there is some spice in here, so it should count. The second one it fits is We're Going to Ibiza, and that is read a book set in another country. This, I believe, is set in America, so that should count. And yeah, that is it. That is the prompts. I feel like I've done well matching off books. So yeah, I feel like I've done really well with my Readathon books and TBR, so there's 7 from that. I do have another 2 additional books that I need to try and read in August, because they are arcs that come out in August. And the first one is The It Girl by Ruth Ware, so it's her latest thriller. And the second one is The Lodger by Valerie Cogg, and that is also coming out in August, and it's another thriller. So I have 2 other thrillers to get through as well. So in total I have 9 books that I'm trying to read. 3 of which that I definitely have to read because they are arcs. So this is going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, and hopefully I'll have some time the second half of August just to mood read and kind of chill. And yeah, so let me know if you're taking part in either of these readathons. I'd love to see what your TBRs are. I will be vlogging both of them and get a vlog up. Thank you for watching, comment, like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you next one. Bye! I'm gonna be, oh my voice. That will be another bonus prompt, which means I should get 125. That's wrong. That is wrong maths. And I have a trials prescription, and that is The Risk, which is #1 in the Mind series, the Mind F series. And that is The Risk, which is the first book in the Mind F series. Why did I do this?